everything is designed right now, where we're at right now in the world, right? That's all that matters. It's not, let's just talk about right now. Yes, I understand. I'm a big believer. You have to go to the past to connect the future. I know. But right now, I just want to talk about the now, right? Where the lifestyle that we are leading currently, especially in the States, is to make us believe we are here to to have a relationship with society. And instead, we are actually here to have a relationship with life. Sorry. What does it mean to have a relationship with life? When you have a relationship with life, you're doing something. You're creating something. What is creating? Creating means something that a human being can bring to life with their hands. Whether you sew it, whether you write it, whether you paint it, whether you bake it, whatever it is, however it is, whatever it is that you're interested in, that you are capable of bringing it to the world to share with one another. Right? I've only mentioned the very popular way that creation is used, right? But there's so many ways that one can share a valuable message or lesson to another, no matter how silly it might sound to you, no matter how impossible it sounds to you, right? Dreams are usually, they're gonna sound either too silly or no way, Jose. Why? Because we are taught to judge everything, including ourselves, mainly ourselves. Matter of fact, you're not capable of doing anything to others that you don't do to yourself. This is why the Bible says, "Thou shalt not judge." Wayne Dyer says, when you judge, you put yourself in a position to be judged. These are just my favorite sayings that are attached to judging, right? Forgiveness, the highest vibration ever. Mindvalley. Vishen taught me that. Vishen, I can't say his name, but he's the co-founder of Mindvalley. Right? He said, when I wake up in the mornings, like, I try to find something to forgive, because that is the highest vibration out there. And boy, is that true. Forgiveness is very, very, very difficult. And Jesus died for us. But we can't even forgive the pettiest shit. How do you expect to be forgiven? The thing is, what you give it, what you put out, you receive. That's the law. That's life. But you can only understand that when you have a relationship with life. Because when you have a relationship with life, is the only time that you are calm enough, aware enough to see what's going on around you, to study your reality, to understand it, to see the pattern, to pinpoint like what is being done, whether it's benefiting you or not. You need to be aware, right? It's not just the negative that you need to work on. Everyone says, "Oh, think positive." The negative too, it's there to be worked on. Both equally need attention. The positive too. The positive, what is it that is, something positive about you? Because you need to cultivate that more. It's not just about reading the negative. The positive needs to grow. It's like balance is the key, right? Again, this balance also can only come when you have a relationship with life. When you have a relationship with life, it's like waking up in the morning to be genuinely like in a calm state of mind, because let's say you're a writer, you're a billionaire, or you're this, you're that. You have a purpose. So when you wake up in the morning, regardless of how the mood might be, the overall understanding and knowing of your lifestyle and what you've done for yourself, right? This self-proud, self-love emotion is so strong or the neurological pattern that you have, thinking to think positive or to be positive. It's not about thinking, it's being. There's things that, yes, I can think positive thoughts, but if I don't come to a time that I'm not just thinking positive, I'm being, right? Thinking positive is when I'm by myself, right? Watching the inner dialogue, and thinking positive towards the things that I want to manifest, right? That aspect. But how about when you go outside with the coworker, with your boss, with the traffic, with this, with that, with the barista, with the rude server, right? You can't think positive. You have to be positive to deal with these people, right? I'm not gonna stand there and be like, you rude barista are acting like the Satan. You're possessed by the entity, so I rebuke thee, right? I can't do that like Lynn. Right? How do you do it? You fight it through your energy. How do you fight it through your energy? You be it. You be positive. What does that mean? I look at it with love, smile. That's what being positive is. Not, it's like you have to know the difference. Thinking positive and being positive. It's just, I don't want to blame. Again, this is my own perspective, right? I understand we become what we think about. So the underlining point being is that it's not just thinking, it's also being. So if you find yourself that you're thinking, but you don't find yourself being it, then you need to change something, right? Because I feel like we have over abused think positive. So like people are becoming stressed out because they're running away from negative. Because running away from negative is actually creating negative outcomes. It's just negative, right? But when you come to understand, okay, everything just arrives. Ooh, 9:19 on the clock. Okay, it's here. All right. What you want? All right, what you want, shawty? What you about to do? What you want me to do? Why you here, right? Why you here? You dropped a verb there. I heard Tony. Why are you here? But you can't find the answer from the why state though, right? When the problem occurs, it's like, oh, okay. Hey, what's up? Acknowledge it. We welcome you. But this is the only time that we will be giving you our attention. Because we're going to be focusing on how to solve you. Right? It's like, think about it. It's like, who's going to wash the dirty dishes? Is it going to wash itself if you're not going to wash it? No. That's what it means. With negative occurrences in life. We have to deal with it right away. If you can't, I'm not saying everything can be solved right away. No, but it's the dwelling part that extends or gives it a necessary length time. I started out by everything is designed to have us think that we have no relationship with life. But even in the conformity, throughout problems, life tried to communicate with us because we are all the same. We are all equal for the Creator. What makes one great is the one that believes that he's great and the one that listens to his interests. There is something in you. People don't even understand what it means to be successful, because when you think about successful, they think Will Smith or Beyonce or whatever, right? Like the famous person. Majority, like in the States, my generation, that's what they think. But that's not what it means. That's not what success is. These people are successful, yeah. I mean, we don't even know if they're successful or not unless they're happy. Because not every person with a beautiful voice is meant to sing, I don't think. Because I see a lot of people that have beautiful voice, but they are happy doing something else, but they enjoy to sing when the occasion comes. And then there's Beyonce, right? That's the difference. Because you can have more than one talent, especially in this generation. The fuck with all this incarnation being misplaced, it's like all these dreams on hold. Of course, the universe is gonna try to, help us expedite the process of evolution. So of course we're gonna be interested. I mean, we're gonna be blessed with more than one talent. But it's all about which one are you willing to put your effort towards, without anyone forcing you, right? Willingly, by genuinely being happy. For me, for example, is this. I enjoy doing this, right? There is a place that I go that I know that I'm being used. I know that this isn't the Sion, the human Sion that just come up with these ideas. No, I even listen to, like, before I post it, I listen to it. When I listen to it, it's like, wow. I listen to it just like the same way I would listen to any other videos. That's how I feel. Because I'm just a vessel, just like you, just like anybody else that's listening to me. Right? We are just vessels. Here for a very short period of time. We have no idea where we're going to go. So many theories. So many. But still, you can't bring the truth to me. Because my truth is my truth. Doesn't matter how popular, how old a fact or a truth is. If it ain't doing shit to me, if there's no stimuli, that's not my truth. I don't give a fuck how many follows that truth or respect that truth. I don't give a fuck if it doesn't change me. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. How does it make me feel? But because our values are fucked, we think if it's expensive, it's valuable. Okay, they got you thinking so fucked. They got you working for money forever. Because you think it's this shoes that cost this much that's going to give you value. And this superficial thing is like instilled in us from a very young age. So you can learn how to be stressed from a very young age. Because they know there's no difference. Whether you're an adult body or whether you're in a kid body, the pain is the same. The energy is the same. You emanate the same. Your frequency is the same. You have access to life the same way. You are responsible the same. You are gifted the same. You feel everything the same. The 5-year-old kid that lost his mother, whether it's the 15-year-old, whether it's the 20-year-old, whether it's the 30-year-old, even if you're fucking 50, when you just found out that your mother died, it's like, even if she's such a bitch, there's something that it does to you, right? It's like, whoa. Forget it's like if you have like a good or like a normal relationship, right? It doesn't matter how old you are. It's like, oh my God, right? That feeling is the same. Doesn't matter how old, unless you're 30 years old, you can't process it, right? You tell a 7-year-old, I hate you, or a 12-year-old, it's the same. The feeling is the same. The disappointment is the same. These feelings, that's why people are not aware and they continue to give birth. Right? If people are aware of this, they know damn well they're not ready to be a parent. They do not have the appropriate place to accept to bring a child into life. Right? Literally think about it. I mean, think of it as if you're working at a job and you're stressed as fuck and you decide to have a baby. Yeah, that's another problem. But they make you feel that stupid. See, when I say it, it's like, well, everybody gotta work, right? But this is how much they make us overlook the most important things and pay attention to shit that don't even matter. So you continue to conform to be okay with a life that you dislike. Not even a life that you don't enjoy. The majority do not even like the person that they're with. They do not even like the child that they have. They do not like the life that they live. I'm not even gonna say a job. Why would you like a job unless you're fucking retarded, right? But here you are hating your life. You continue to bring life, another life. What the fuck? Because that is making sure that you lose your relationship with life. The more stressed you are, the more detached you are. Because stress and God or the Creator doesn't go together. Either you trust or you doubt. And doubt put you where? In the lower frequency, where the survival mode is. Gotta get a job, I gotta get this, I gotta go. It's like I gotta go. Hurry up and wait. My favorite saying by Joe Dispenza, right? You hurry up and you wake up in the morning. You hurry up and you brush your teeth. You hurry up and you put on your favorite slipper and you brush your teeth. You hurry up and groom yourself. You hurry up and get your coffee from your favorite coffee man. You hurry up and, get in a garage and drive to work. And you hurry up and get off work. It's the same thing. It's like every day. And no one stops. And no one stops. The strangest secrets talks about, right, when the doctor was asked, the Nobel Prize, doctor was asked, doctor, what's wrong with men today? Right? And he said it's simply that men don't think. If you don't think, you're an animal. Basically, think about it like that. Why? Everything I can find in a horse, I can find in a man. What makes the difference between a horse and a man? A man can think. I mean, yes, a horse can think. Animals can think too, yeah, but up to a certain extent though, right? Not like humans. Right? If a human wants to think, they can think. And to think is to become, to be transformed, right? Because thoughts become things. But when you give your free will and not think and just stay in the blah mode, that's literally being in an animal state. Like, you're relaxed. Think about it. If you're relaxed all the time, it's not even necessarily being in a bad mood, or like something bad has to happen to you or whatever. It's just that when you don't think, this muscle, right, that needs to be strengthened to help you connect with your Creator is weakening day by day by day by day. And soon enough, right, you're dependent on the pill, on the therapist, on the alcohol, on the drug, on the, right, all the external bullshit. Why? Because now you've ignored yourself so much. You've gotten used to the ignoring energy that it has turned into a disease at this point. Or a prodiagnosis. Is that what they call it? They pronounce it? Prodiagnosis? I can't say it. So, everything is created to make you forget your life, that you're important. See, if you think you're important, you're important. They don't want you to know that. So they keep you busy. Follow a certain pattern. They also know that you need a pattern. If you don't have a pattern, you'll be discombobulated, right? You'll be all over the place. So you must have something to think about. That's where your discipline is going to come from, and continue to be aligned, so you are able to live the daily life by feeling good most of the time, right? It's not about all time, but most of the time, because you are living the life that you say that you want, because you are living a life that you are proud of for creating for yourself, right? See, these things are feelings, and that's what we are. We are feelings. We are a vibrational being. That's what's important to us, is our feelings, right? So when you understand that, the first thing a man does, he arrived to Earth is he communicates his needs, right? His wants. Because he knows that he's important. Right? So it's all about the feeling. So when you understand that, oh, well, it makes me feel good. The mansion doesn't make everybody feel good. Some just like cozy. I don't have to go in detail. We already know that, right? Everyone has different taste. But you see, it's that's where the secret and the key is. When you know what your value is, when you know what you want, right? The type of life that you want, how you want to live every day. It's when you figure that out, right? That you become okay with what you have. Not okay, you feel genuinely happy. Why? Because your value lies, or your value matches the life that you are living. Right? It's not about the mansion or the Maserati or the Toyota or the 600 acres or the 20, whatever. It's not about the materialistic. We've heard that. Yes, we know that. So then what is it about then? It's about that interest, that true interest that you come with, that you came to Earth with something. That's all that matters. And that's all is going to bring you happiness. That's why you see people that are in the island walking barefoot, happy as fuck, and they moved from America. They're rich as fuck, material-wise. Like their parents, they're like rich kids, right? But they're happy. Why? Because they know their values, just like they just want to be in nature. And just like to feel good itself is a responsibility. The first responsibility that we have when we come to planet Earth. Why? Because we have a relationship with everything. When we arrive to Earth welcomed and accepted us like with what Earth got to offer. And what the fuck have we done so far? Yeah, I'm not gonna go in detail about that too, right? Because you already know. If you don't know, go to sleep. Well, unless you're a 5-year-old, I'm sorry. Unless you're like under the age of 10 listening to me, sweetheart, you can also research it, right? Because I'm not in the mood to go over history. This isn't a history lesson. This is Born Philosophers, and I'm only here to discuss my perspective. So, yeah, moving on. I lost my thought pattern now. I think I should stop explaining a lot. What was I saying? A relationship with life. Value is a feeling, right? That feeling is different for everyone, right? For example, for me, I live in Vegas, right? Like, forget buying. Like, I will not ride in a Maserati, Porsche. Like, I just do not like sports cars that are low to the ground, right? And there are people that determined, or they swear by, if I have a Maserati, that's it, I made it. That's what riches is. That's because our value is not clear. That's because you don't know yourself. But you do have something that you're interested in. And usually you have to go back to junior high, middle school to remember this. Right? Maybe even high school if you're a late bloomer. Right? Bloomer. What is boomer? Oh, that Instagram thingy. I know I wouldn't just come up with it. So, yeah, you can only remember your value or your true interest in life when you decide to have a relationship with life, with nature, with everything that's God's made, everything that's made by God. Find something that you like, whatever it is, and study about it. it will bring you closer to yourself. Because you're only interested about you, but in a fraction ways, right? Part of yourself. For example, growing up, shoes is my first love, and a good sheet of paper and ink, right? As a kid, it mattered to me. Going back to school shopping was like a serious thing for me, right? Okay, as I grew older, like for example, when I got to high school, up to high school, I wanted to be a psychiatrist, right? And then senior year, things changed. Then now I'm into modeling now. But let's fast forward, now that I'm in my 30s. I'm a fashion designer and I'm a writer. You see how life, like, it would go and connect itself? But this only happens because I decided to have a relationship with life. What does that mean? Stop talking to your friends about your problems or your parents. Human beings, period. Start talking to God. Go talk to the tree, talk to the river. Like I said, anything that is God made, even your dog. The dog will look at you and listen to you, will not judge you, will not make you feel like you're weird. Feel the energy. Use that dog's high frequency when he's looking at you, when you're talking to him, when you're talking to it, right? You will hear what you need to hear from your own voice. Because that's how important, that's how powerful, that's how knowing you are. I am all knowing, I am all powerful, I am unlimited. It's my question. Why would she be able to answer it? Why would he be able to answer it? It's mine. It came within me. You know, I'm not saying don't ask for help. No, but most of the time, you can solve it yourself. It's here for you to solve it. I mean, even seeking for help is solving it. Don't get me wrong. But not always from another human being, though. Unless he's a sage, right? Go to the books. Go to the library. Ask those people. If you're going to ask people, ask the library. Meaning the books. Talk to those authors. Those are my friends. That's how I literally built myself. I'm from the gutter. Literally the gutter of the gutter. I got myself out like the lotus flower. That's how I feel. Information is out there. Everything you need is out there. Based on your question. You see, it has to be like your single interest. That's going to be your direction. Like it's going to be a chain of fire. But if you're like here, there, like your brain just occupied with information, like you think you're being aware, you think you're being informed. If you're not informed, you think you're being misinformed. Information that you find on your own. So be careful of what you say. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. You are here on earth, so have a relationship with earth, everything that earth has to offer. Enough for every one of us. So go find your friend. Because you have a friend that was waiting for you already when you arrive to earth. And I'm not talking about your human friend. Go find it. It's out there. You just be interested. That's all. When the student is ready, the teacher will show up. That's what that means, right? We're not here to be educated. For whom? Think about who the fuck are you being educated when you think about it? Really? Like, because if I know that I'm here as a guest, that I'm gonna die, what am I really like investing my life on? Like, what am I afraid of? What am I doing the things that I'm doing for? Who am I doing it for? No one dies with me. Right? So things are gonna start making sense to you when you start asking yourself, when you start talking to yourself, oh my God, wait, I'm here to do this, I'm here to do that. But right now we are living from this such a shallow base, just a reproduction base of living. If you are, right, if you're reproduced, if you have a child, you need a place to stay. If you need a shelter, if you have responsibility, then you gotta work, right? That's it, you're trapped. You cannot dream. You cannot entertain your dreams because you're so stressed. When you're stressed, how can you? But when you know that you have a relationship with life, start forming a dialogue, a relationship. Like with life, with, like I said, you find out what that is for you. Things are going to start making sense. Why? Because you are here for a certain time and a certain information and to do a certain job. So when you find out what you want, it will take you to the right book, to the right library, to the right place, to the right person. Right? So the process will go smoothly to get you or to become who you are meant to be. Right? The process is going to be interesting, right? It's not a walk in the park. But it's making you, it's building you. Right? Pain. What's the big deal? We associate pain being the worst thing. We go to the gym. We get a tattoo. You fucking drink alcohol. You take drugs. That's pain. But they make us feel like, even with words, right? Like how they fucking contradict themselves and they fucking brainwash us. Like we're supposed to be afraid of pain. Even the most excruciating pain, if you pay attention to it, it will evaporate. You just stop. And be still. Boom. Posted at emergency room. 9:44, 1 o'clock. I don't know why the phone just lighted. Right? So it's a lot of things, a lot of words that we need to rearrange. A lot of things you need to rearrange. Like if you say that you want a great life, right? Especially now, information is out there. Everything you need is out there. So if you're unhappy, it's almost going to be like your fault. And things are only going to get worse after now, right? Because we have abused planet Earth so much that it's time to make it up for universe. Like we literally have to make it up for Earth. We need to love, shower Earth with love. Because we've done so much. And this energy can only be replaced if we all, like as a whole, truly try to help ourselves. Because you have to save yourself first. That's all there's to it. If you can't save yourself, we don't know what's inside you. You have to first know. So you are important. You are here for a reason. Remember that. Never forget that there is something inside you. Doesn't matter how old you are. The point is, do you want change, or are you okay with where you're at? If you're okay with where you're at, good for you. Why are you even listening to me, right? So, yeah. I think I said enough. 33, yay. I keep stopping at 33.